Just want to see where this Blood Mage run we currently have going leads. So yeah, let's jump in. So, for anyone wondering when I will go back to other games, I will probably do so soon. Mostly I'm just trying to explore some more things, like where these quest lines go and stuff like that. But for the most part, I have come to the conclusion that the gameplay aspect, like the actual fights, deck building, stuff like that, in this game is a bit too polarized. In that there are extremely powerful strategies and strategies that are really, really weak, and I feel like that kind of hurts the longevity of the game, like the replayability, things like that. But I still haven't found all the villagers. That's something I would really like to do. I have no idea what I have to do to finally find that Candlemaker. But yeah. You haven't found a curse yet, Amphi? The only curse that I have found so far is if you defile the altars of the All Mothers, where you can no longer be healed afterwards. That's the only curse I have found. And obviously, if you care about that curse and you actually want to remove it, then you would never actually defile the altar anyways, because it only gives 500 gold. Let's take a quick look at our character. We are level 7. We are focusing on blood worms, mostly. 500 gold is a lot of gold. With a 3 times multiplier. Where do you get a 3 times multiplier on gold on wealth from? Like, I know of a 2 times multiplier that you could get. Didn't they change it so difficulty does not affect wealth? I thought they made it so difficult no longer it gives you extra wealth. But I might be wrong there. Let's go Deadly Lust. Summon a Blood Worm. Put Hammerhead on it and then Tactical Mastery. Sure, let's get a barrier. Might as well. Is there anything? Oh, right, we have a Bone Idol. I should mark something. Let's mark you for now. Let's convert you. Let's give you protection and existence. I guess we'll play a Synergy. I'm also gonna do a shamanic ritual to get my blood magic ready. And I think we are just about to win here. Let's heal up with our golem. Oh, I should have played that. Well, it should still win us the fight at this point. Well, As long as my worms aren't completely stupid, which apparently they are. Ah yes, there's another stage to this. There we go. Starting play pattern has become dump all the gold into buying passives. If I died and got the 800 gold starting gift, buy a mythic rune as well. Wow, 800 gold starting gift? So you do gain more wealth at higher difficulties? Like, I always only started with 100 wealth. So it has never worked for me. I am not sure what is happening there. Activate the minion, return 2. Yes, that seems good. All Bloodfey are promoted. Start every combat with +2 energy. All Blood Abominations are promoted. Yeah, we take the energy. Starting wealth is the only thing I found not multiplied. Okay. I see, I see.
An old man strolls among the...
Oh, hello.
The man seems...
Walking is healthy.
Have we had... I think we have had that guy
Things from all over.
already. Isn't that the one with the tongue? At least I remember something like that. Aren't we looking for a tongue from you? Creature wants its eye back. Directions to the village. No. That must have been my solo playthrough run. Oops. Let's do another Deadly Lust start. We don't have a summon though, so I have to Tactic Mastery into a summon. There we go. So on the Hammerhead, play Synergy as well. We do want to use the markings on you, and then just go off with the Worm. Well. Sack the Golem to keep my health up and win. I guess we have to summon a Blood Abomination to actually win here. Because there's too many targets for my worms to actually get the kills, but this should do it. They do really love hitting the wrong targets. Correct here. Which runes are we actually using? We are using Gar and Gare. Increases your damage by 25% for every rune stone equipped. It's 50%. We could probably switch to a polished here. 75% the first 2 turns. That might be better. After killing an enemy, draw a card with the cost reduced by 1. Could also increase our armor, but that doesn't really matter because our golem just tanks everything. Yeah, that's kind of the gist I'm getting. Like, all classes just murder everything equally, and the only way you really die is like if you get really bad card picks, stuff like that, and or just make big mistakes.
Wandering around one of the battlefields. He was so tiny, so adorable. I treated him like a son, but
She covers her face with one ragged sleeve.
he had to be an abomination conjured out of the Wyrdness. He stole my youth. He stole my health. He didn't change. After 5 years, he should have been 12. But he looked 7 just the day we met. But me, just look at me. I suddenly grew old, rapidly. Most of my hair fell out in one single night. I had no choice but to leave him. I needed to save myself, to keep these last years of my life inside me. I still regret it. I still love him dearly. But I had to.
I think I could have
Tell
met
her
him.
about your meeting with Futhar, the boy playing with runestones and waiting for his mother.
So you met him, and he's still waiting for me. That's heartbreaking. You must think I'm a horrible mother, but I had no choice. I don't know whether he's a ghost or an abomination conjured by the Wyrdness, but he was killing me. Literally.
Sure, he'll be glad to even to hear you're alive.
If I could be cured, or if this disease could at least slow down. I miss him so much. I think of nothing else, and I just wish I could take care of him again.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that, Duke. Like most combats play pretty much the same way.
It's not the one.
You sometimes if you're up against stronger enemies, you do have to make decisions, but very often you have like you just do your thing and everything dies. Like I summon a bunch of bloodworms, and yeah, things will die to them pretty quickly. Do we have a summon? We do have Deadly Lust, but we don't really have a summon option this turn, so let's play this. I don't want to lose damage. Let's build up some ritual. Wait. I'm a blood mage. I always have a summon option. There we go. Put that on our golem. We have advanced activation in hand. I should probably play it. It's not a ton of damage on this blood abomination though. I'm gonna play it once, so I still have it in hand for the tactic mastery to discard. We put that on the abomination, and I guess we summon a Fae. So we can actually gain our health back. Oh, that's a decent amount of stuns we got there. And I think it's time for an invocation. They can't die yet, so we don't have to like use our ultimate early. Oh, they actually killed the golem. Well, not a huge surprise, I guess. You gained a lifesteal, huh? Interesting. The abomination healed with the lifesteal there. Sign of Revenge. For every hit, the minion retaliates with 1 hit, dealing 10 damage. The minion gains 25 armor. No. Immobilization, stun all enemies. That's pretty good if we cared about such things. Revival, maybe? Activate a minion, heal it by 50% of its HP. I love a new deck builder right now with 0 story, good difficulty progression, and complex encounters with some variety. Yeah. Like 0 story, that's... I don't know of any of those right now. Most of the ones that I know of that have come out recently or are about to come out do have some story. Rogue Book might be a decent one. I definitely keep my eye open for that one. Yeah, I'll take one immobilization, I guess. Sometimes to stun everyone can be quite good.
Welcome again. Now, I have some...
Well, we have seen you before. Let's take the right hand. We gained experience. Dark Rites, you never turn that down. Whispers in the Wind though. Maybe Whispers in the Wind is even better. Okay, Mastery. Whenever any minion overcharges, remove its sigils and return them to your hand. The cost is reduced to 0. HP lost through playing summon type cards is multiplied by 2 and dealt as damage to all enemies. That is almost nothing. Like literally almost no damage at all. Whenever any minion overcharges, gain an ultimate charge for each minion alive. Yeah, we take the lesser key of binding, so we get our sigils back. Move on. Soul Harvester, we have to target that one first, so let's do a mark. Blood A-Bomb with Whispers in the Wind. I'm also gonna do this one. Activate. And go. Free Bloodworm. Maybe I should have just played Invocation here. Heal up. Get the sigils back. Put conversion on you. I guess we'll also give you some armor because you're the most important minion right now. Deadly Lust, that should guarantee that we get a kill this turn. With only 2 targets you might be better to actually use these activations on. Stun all enemies? No. Let's just redraw. That's Invocation. That should end the fight. And so it does. Small maggot, 130 HP, 25 armor, 20 to 28 damage. Oof, these are some stats. But like, you can't just continue scaling stats and call that difficulty. That's not really a fun way to go about it. Like, the fights kind of need more mechanics to be interesting. Do we want to forget or just get one of these overpowered songs? What do we want? Barrier's kind of useless. Other than that, I think we're in a pretty decent spot. Let's pick a new song. Draw 3, gain 75 armor for 2 turns, create 25 barrier on all allies, heal 10 HP. I think we take the draw. Let's take down the Treasure Guardian. Wait, what is the actual obstacle we are running against there? Bloodworm, Whispers in the Wind. And then just throw a Tactical Mastery so we don't have to spend all our energy on these cards. Let's do a Synergy first. Oh, actually we should just mark you, right? Gain some barrier. And invocation should finish the fight. Keep you marked. If it doesn't finish the fight... Yeah, let's just play it. I think it will win us. Not quite, huh? Seems we're lacking a little damage. Yeah, just a little bit. I could blow up Wyrdness, but we win with the end turn button. And we heal back to full. Reduce enemies max HP, no. Grim Fey, no. Uncontrolled development, promote a random minion and deactivate it. Also kind of no. Activate select a minion 0 times, 1 activation for each enemy currently in combat. That might be good. I don't think I want self-awareness. Although, it's kind of interesting, right? Once I play it, it will always come back to my hand and be 0 cost and speed the unit, the minion up to overcharge. But the overcharge is not actually as good as just activating them a bunch of times on level 3 or 4. So, I think we...
You found what when you...
weapon slot for runestones is better than 2 damage. Well, this is 75% damage now. I think that might be worth it. Let's get all the combats here and then move on. You did get 780 gold from the 200 gold starting gift. Okay, that's quite a lot. Let's play Opportunity. We do have a Soul Harvester. We don't have the targeting right now. I'm gonna go with an A-bomb. Protection on you. Conversion and Whispers on you. What's our weird card? Stun a random enemy or gain 5 barrier. None of that really matters. Right, I also have the armor reduction flute. Yeah, the fact that the gambling also scales with the increased gain makes it a bit ridiculous. You can so easily just get, like, enough wealth. I don't need the hammerhead, right? I just do the shamanic knowledge and then invoke. It should just kill pretty much everyone. Would look a lot like this. Shimmering light.
There's an old saying.
Ah, yes. We haven't found that guy's eyes yet, so I don't think there's any point for us to go back there. Oh! Oh, it's the Candlemaker's house. Nice, finally.
The choking stench of tallow permeates the air. The Candlemaker's house stands alone within the Wyrdness. The inquisitive tendrils held at bay by dozens of flickering weird candles. There are many grisly tales about candlemakers who secretly made their candles out of people they were supposed to protect. Inside, the Candlemaker leans heavily on his cast iron mold, barely managing to stay awake.
So fast! Oh, why do they burn out so fast? Oh, perhaps if I... No, I may need both later.
It takes a while for him to notice you.
The candles aren't snuffed out, are they? You're not one of the weird spawn. Doesn't matter. I can't sell you any anyway. I barely make enough to keep myself alive out here.
Ask him to join you in your village.
It doesn't take much to convince him.
Lead the way. I'd like to be in a place where I don't have to use all my goods myself. And where the ingredients to make them are easier to obtain.
His last words almost make you regret your decision.
Okay, weird candles will now drop from legendary encounters. They help you on further... They already dropped in legendary encounters. I always got a weird candle from bosses. Let's go with the Blood Wheel. We play the Deadly Lust. Do we even play the conversion here? I think with just Tactical Mastery. Song of Opportunity, and then... Oh, activate a minion 3 times. Let's do a Shamanic Knowledge first. Summoning a Fae as well. There we go. As usual, our Wyrdness killed everything in no time. The start of each turn, no... Activate a minion and draw a card. That's what we want. Every overcharge heals all minions to their max. Every overcharge reduces the armor of all enemies by 10 until the end of combat. Increase the max HP of all minions. We take the nullification. Just in case we have to get some armor down, that's gonna be helpful. Let us move on towards the boss. Well, let's get a better summon, like this. Do I use Invocation? No, I think I should probably go with Whispers and Conversion. And just use a single ritual. That helps. Sure, might as well reduce their armor a bit. That's the Tactic Mastery. With the Song of Opportunity in the same hand and the Deadly Lust. For some reason I have a feeling like that we are gonna win this turn. Look at that. Arcane Shield. Well, if we want some barrier, that's probably one of the best ways to get it. Could also just take another activation. We could also reroll. There is a certain golem. No, not golem. This is a golem. There's a certain card I'm looking for. I might take another golem summon. Sometimes my golem dies, so it's just... This is just a safety measure. Just in case my golem dies and the fight is still not over. That I do have the option to summon a new one. That might sometimes be really useful. Let's gain a weird candle here. Healing Spring. We have the Blood Abomination. I think that's the correct choice here against the Grub. Let's double activate our A-Bomb. And that kills the healer. Let's draw. Yep, you can be healed. I was wondering whether you would gain the HP full or empty. It makes sense that you'd gain them as empty HP. Shouldn't there be one more activation? Did I miscount? We drew our entire deck there. A little bit of extra energy would go a long way.
You will need it as the water.
Is that a blood altar? That sounds useful. Let's get an actual aggressive minion. Well, I guess we have to use synergy for that. That works, I guess. Second phase, sure. Gives me a chance to heal some of the damage I've taken. Stun everyone, why not? Heal up and keep going. That whenever you kill, you draw a card and make it 0 cost is quite a useful effect. Sacrifice all minions, gain 5 armor until the end of combat and gain 10 barrier for each sacrificed minion. I would add a Grim Wyrdness to the deck if I could easily remove the Blood Wyrdness, but I can't, so I don't think I will. I'm gonna reroll. Nothing here that I really care about. After summoning, activate the summoned minion. For the first 2 turns of combat, increase the damage of all minions by 100%. And every minion starts with 15 barrier. We take the Close Leash. That's gonna be a big damage boost. Because it's a damage boost on the minions. And they usually have very low damage multiplier, so these are worth more than damage multipliers for us would be worth. We do have the option to sacrifice here for card removal. I think we take that. Let's get rid of a barrier, I would say. And then boss time. It's the tree, Darenheim Winterbane. We're looking for a worm. Well, the worm will often whiff on Darenheim. Let's just use the A-bomb we have. Give it a stun. Summon a Fae. And start dishing out some damage. The second turn is where we should really go off. Although the costs are a bit restrictive. I don't think we use Whispers of the Wind at all. 3 activations for 1 cost, for 2 costs should be worth it. I should have used this at the very start. Still worth it? No. Well, no longer plus 100% damage on our minions, but hopefully we can make up for that with other things. That's the Deadly Lust again. And fight's over.
This feels like an echo of something that happened before.
Let's take a passive. If you've played 2 or less card, no. At the start of every turn, no. Every 12th card is duplicated, we take that. I'm not gonna keep track of that too well.
Ah, good to see you. There's one more thing I forgot to tell you. This place right here is where I fill the molds. You're welcome to come by here at any time. But over there...
The Candlemaker points to a greasy, thick curtain shrouding the deeper parts of the house.
That's where the secret part of the process takes place. Do not go in there. Understand? Never. Under any circumstances.
What's your story? Who are you?
Prove that you treat my craft seriously. Then we'll talk.
What can I do?
I won't ask much of you. I just need you to walk through the Wyrdness and burn as many candles as you possibly can. And then bring back whatever's left of them. I'll be able to recycle at least some of the materials into new candles. Maybe even better candles. It's too bad that most people who use them never come back.
So why can I enter this room?
Complicated. And weird candles are fragile. A whole batch can be ruined in the blink of an eye. I don't want anyone, and I mean anyone, wandering around in that room.
How do you make your candles?
I know where you're going with this question. You think I use human remains to make my candles? Bollocks.
He steps towards you, arms wide open.
Don't know who told you such ridiculous things. But next time, I promise I'll...
After some abundant cursing, he sighs and calms down.
To make a candle, you need fat. And a few other things you just don't need to know about. But mostly it's fat. Now, tell me, when did you last see a well-nourished human? These hands are the only human component I need. My hands and my skill. It's enough to use one's brain for a second to understand this.
I do like his voice. What other required components?
I might as well tell you a bit. The other room is full of things that no sane human should witness. Remains of weird spawn aren't a pretty sight, let me tell you. But there's enough fat in them for decent candles. Also, their blood is contaminated by... well, you'd have to ask the druids about that.
So we can buy weird candles here. We can also increase the amount we get initially. The ones we get, the amount we get from bosses, we can increase their duration. And we can increase the effect of the milestone sacrifice spoons. We can also reveal all NPCs and all locations on the map.